sugarcane. Go for sugarcane. Sugarcane. Here we are discussing about two important species of sugarcane. Right? Two important species of what, sir? Sugarcane. First you tell me, in sugarcane, in which part of the plant sugar is stored? In the internode of the stem. Which part of the stem? Internode of the stem. What is stored? Sugar is stored. In the internode part of the stem, sugar is stored. Is it okay? Right? Now listen here. We are discussing about what? Sugarcane. Now listen here. Sugarcane grown in North India. Sir, sugarcane grown in North India. Right. What is that sugarcane, sir? Sakaram. Sakaram barberry. What is that sugarcane, sir? Sakaram barberry. Sugarcane grown in South India. Sugarcane grown in South India. What it is? Sakaram. I am writing scientific names, botanical names. Sakaram officinarum. What it is? Sakaram officinarum. Therefore, Sakaram barberry is a North Indian sugarcane variety, whereas Sakaram officinarum is a South Indian sugarcane variety. Sir, which India this is? South part of the India, that is South India, right? Sir, this Sakaram officinarum is also called as a tropical cane. Also called as which cane, sir? Tropical cane. Sakaram officinarum is also called as a tropical cane, as it grows in which India? South India. There is a tropical temperature. Grows in tropical temperature. So we are calling it as a tropical cane. Tropical cane. Is it okay? Now listen here. Sir, now first we are going for Sakaram barberry. Sir, this Sakaram barberry, sugar content. Sugar content and sugar yield. What and what? Sugar content and sugar yield both are poor. It means having less sugar content. So automatically the sugar production will be less from this one. That is Sakaram barberry. Right? Now go for number 2. What it is? Sakaram officinarum. Sir, what it is? Sakaram officinarum. Having thick stem. Having which stem, sir? Thick stem. Sir, why we are discussing about stem, sir? I already told you, in the internode of the stem, the sugar is stored. Yes or no? In the internode of the stem, what is stored? Sugar is stored. Right. Sir, here which stem is present, sir? Thick stem. High sugar content. High, what, sir? Sugar content. High sugar content. High sugar content. High sugar content. So automatically yield will be high or low? More. High yield. High yield. Sir, Sakaram officinarum having thick stem, high sugar content, high yield. Yes or no? So can we grow this Sakaram officinarum in North India, sir? No. This Sakaram officinarum, it is not suitable for which India? North India. Not suitable for North India. not suitable for North India. So scientists what they did means they crossed these two varieties. They crossed these two, what and what? Sakaram barberry and Sakaram officinarum. They crossed what and what, sir? Sakaram barberry and Sakaram officinarum. Sir, in this scientific name, what is the genus word? Sakaram. Sakaram is the genus word, yes or no? Whereas this barberry is the species word, right? Whereas in this scientific name, right, the Sakaram is which word, sir? It is a genus word. Whereas officinarum is what, sir? Species word, yes or no? It means here cross is made between two plants belonging to same genus, yes or no? Belonging to same genus. Sakaram belongs to same genus, but they differs in what, sir? Species. It means here cross is made between plants belonging to two different species. So can we call this cross as a interspecific cross? Yes. Which cross, sir? Interspecific cross, because these two belong to two different species. Is it okay? Therefore, what is this cross called as a interspecific cross? Interspecific cross. Is it okay? Right? Any doubts in the statements? Right. Therefore, sir, these two belongs to same genus, but different species. Therefore, this is interspecific cross. Sir, when these two they were crossed, then we got a new variety of sugarcane. Got a what? New variety of what, sir? New variety of sugarcane. New variety of sugarcane. Is it okay? Right? Sir, now you tell me, can we call this new variety of sugarcane as a interspecific hybrid? Yes. Interspecific hybrid, because it is produced by interspecific cross. So it becomes what, sir? Interspecific hybrid. This new variety of sugarcane, it becomes interspecific hybrid. Now, what is the speciality of this new variety of sugarcane, sir? What is the speciality of this new variety of sugarcane? Listen here. It is having thick stem. What it is having? Thick stem. It is having thick stem. Okay, right? High sugar content. High sugar content. High yielding. Suitable to North India. Suitable to what? North India. Suitable to North India. Now you tell me, sir, when this interspecific cross is made, we got a new variety of sugarcane. Yes or no? We got a new variety of sugarcane. As this new variety of sugarcane is produced by interspecific cross, we are calling this new variety of sugarcane as a interspecific hybrid. Sir, this new variety of sugarcane having thick stem, high sugar content, high yield, suitable to North India. Sir, these first three characters, what are they? Thick stem, high sugar content, high yielding. These three characters were incorporated into this new variety from Sakaram officinarum. Yes or no? What are the three characters? Thick stem, high sugar content, what more? More production, high yielding. These are three characters of Sakaram officinarum which were incorporated into this new variety of sugarcane. Whereas suitable to North India, this character was incorporated from Sakaram barberry into this new variety of sugarcane. Therefore, this new variety of sugarcane got these three characters from where, sir? From Sakaram officinarum. From Sakaram officinarum. Whereas suitable to North India, This character came from where, sir? This character came from Saccharum barberi. Saccharum barberi. Is this statement clear? Right? Now listen this statement. In India, all sugarcane varieties are developed by interspecific cross. In India, all sugarcane varieties are developed by what, sir? Interspecific cross. Is it okay? Right? Now, what, sir? In India, all sugarcane varieties are developed. All sugarcane varieties are developed by what? Interspecific cross. Developed by interspecific cross. Is this statement clear? Right? Now go for next one, millets. What it is? Millets. Sir, what are these millets, sir? I think you know about cereals. Cereals. Sir, cereals are of two types, major and minor. Major cereals, and second one is minor cereals. Sir, major cereals, what, sir? Rice, wheat. Okay. Whereas minor cereals are called millets. Therefore, which cereals are called as millets, sir? Minor cereals are called as millets. Minor cereals are called as millets. Sir, these millets, they grows in semi-arid areas, right? Millets grow in what, sir? Semi-arid areas. Sir, what is the meaning of semi-arid area, sir? Rainfall is less with low rainfall. Is this statements okay? Right? Therefore, millets, right, they are grown, millets, they are grown in which areas, sir? Semi-arid areas. Best examples for millets. Examples for millets. Examples for millets, right? Maize, jowar. Okay, what, sir? Maize, jowar. What is the first example? Maize. Sir, maize, botanical name, Zea maize. Number 2, jowar, botanical name, sorghum. What it is? Sorghum vulgare. What it is? Sorghum vulgare. Sorghum vulgare. Right? And next one is barley. What it is? Barley. Botanical name of barley is Pennisetum. Pennisetum glucum. Pennisetum glucum. Pennisetum glucum. Right? We are discussing millets, right? Maize, Zea maize, jowar, right? Sorghum vulgare, barley, Pennisetum glucum. Okay, right? Sir, these three belongs to which family, sir? Poaceae family. Belongs to which family? Poaceae family. Sir, are they dicots or monocots? They are monocots. They are what, sir? Monocots. Sir, rice and wheat, they also, right, belongs to Poaceae family. So they are also monocots. But rice and wheat are major cereals. Yes or no? They are major cereals. Is it okay? Right. Sir, can we call this jowar? This jowar is called as a great millet. Who is called as great millet? Jowar is called as great millet, whereas barley is called as pearl millet. Pearl millet. Is it okay? Right. Therefore, these are different names. Okay, right. Now we are discussing about what, sir? Millets, right? Hybrid. What? Hybrid maize. Hybrid maize, jowar, barley. Okay, right. Now what they are? Hybrid maize, hybrid jowar and hybrid bajra. Hybrid bajra. Better to take here bajra, sorry. Bajra, right? Therefore, sir, bajra, right? Pennisetum glucum, pennisetum glucum, bajra, right? Therefore, hybrid maize, jowar and what, sir? Bajra are successfully developed in India. Are successfully developed in India. Is it okay? Therefore, hybrid maize, jowar and bajra are successfully developed in India. Sir, this hybrid breeding means producing hybrid plants. Which breeding? Hybrid breeding lead to development of high yielding water stress resistant varieties. High yielding varieties which are resistant to water stress. Which are resistant to what, sir? Water stress. Which are resistant to what, sir? Water stress. Therefore, hybrid breeding led to development of what, sir? High yielding varieties. These high yielding varieties are resistant to what? Water stress. They are resistant to water stress. Is it okay? Sir, maize, jowar, bajra. Maize, jowar, bajra. These three are examples of millets. Maize, zea maize, jowar, sorghum vulgare, right? Bajra, pennisetum glucum. Is it okay? Right. This is about what, sir? Millets. Now go for methods of plant breeding. Methods of plant breeding. Methods of plant breeding. Sir, plant breeding is also called as crop improvement. Plant breeding is also called as what? Crop improvement. Plant breeding. What is another name for plant breeding? Crop improvement. Also called crop improvement. Plant breeding is also called as crop improvement. We are discussing various methods of plant breeding, right? Some methods of plant breeding or crop improvement are: number one, introduction. What it is? Introduction. Number two, selection. What it is? Selection. Number three, hybridization. What it is? Hybridization. Next, number 4, mutation breeding. Mutation breeding. Next, number 5, polyploidy. Polyploidy breeding. Introduction, selection, hybridization, mutation breeding, polyploidy breeding. These are some methods of plant breeding. Is it okay? Right. Go for the first one. What it is? Introduction. Name itself indicates. Sir, what is the meaning of introduction? We are introducing a plant from one area to another area. It means plant which generally growing in an area. From that area we are introducing plant into another area, sir. Okay. It means here we are transferring a plant from one place to another place. It means from one continent to another continent, from one country to another country, from one state to another state, or from one district to another district. Is this statement okay? Therefore, introduction, introducing a plant from a place where it generally grows to a new place. Generally, a plant where it is growing, from that we are transferring the plant to a new area. That is called as what, sir? Introduction. Is it okay? Right. Now go for number 2. What it is, sir? Selection. Go for selection. Selection, right? Selection is the most primitive. And simplest method of crop improvement. Most primitive and simplest method of plant breeding. Most primitive and simplest method of plant breeding. What it is? Selection. Is it okay? Right. In our daily life, we can observe this selection, but not concerned to plants. If we go for a market for buying tomatoes, what we will do? We will select the tomatoes. Their nature is not selecting the tomatoes, yes or no? We are selecting the tomatoes from mixed population of tomatoes. Yes or no? Sir, which tomatoes you are selecting? The tomatoes which appears externally superior, yes or no? It means externally, if that tomato, right, looks good, you will select that tomato. That is which selection? Artificial selection, yes or no? Similarly, the plants which appears externally superior, such plants are selected from mixed population of plants. By which method, sir? Selection. Is this statement okay? Right. Therefore, in selection, what we are doing, sir? Right. In selection, plants which are how? Superior. Phenotypically. Sir, here phenotypically means what, sir? Externally. External appearance. Is this statement okay? It means externally, right, the plants which are superior, such plants are selected. From mixed population of plants. Therefore, in selection, plants which are superior phenotypically are selected, right, from mixed population. Is this statement okay? Right. Now listen this statement. We are discussing selection, right? Selection is of 3 types. Selection is of how many types, sir? 3 types. selection is of three types. Sir, what are the three types of selections, sir? Number one, first one, pure line selection. Pure line selection. Pure line selection. Second one is a mass selection. Mass selection. Mass selection. Third one is a clonal selection. Clonal selection. Therefore, pure line selection, mass selection, and clonal selection. These are three types of selections. Is it okay? Right? Now go for the first one. What it is? Pure line selection. The first one. What it is, sir? Pure line selection. Pure line selection. We are not discussing the procedure in detail. Right. Now listen. First, what is the meaning of pure line, sir? We already discussed this word pure line. What is another name for pure line? Homozygous, right? Pure line means what, sir? Homozygous. Pure line means homozygous. Now listen here. Progeny. What, sir? Progeny of a single self-pollinated. Progeny of a single self-pollinated homozygous plant. Homozygous plant is called as pure line. Progeny of a single self-pollinated homozygous plant. Sir, we are taking a homozygous plant. That homozygous plant is self-pollinated. Is it okay? Then we are getting a progeny. We are calling that progeny as what, sir? Pure line. What it is called as a pure line. That is called as a pure line. Is this statement okay? Right. Therefore, progeny of a single self-pollinated homozygous plant called as what, sir? Pure line. Called as a pure line. Sir, if these pure lines are used for crop improvement, we are calling that as what, sir? Pure line selection. We are calling it as what? Pure line selection. Therefore, pure lines are used for crop improvement. Such selections are called as pure line selections. What are such selections called as pure line selections? Is it okay? To produce a new variety by pure line selections, it takes about 10 years of time. Takes about 10 years of time. To produce a new variety. To produce a new variety by what? Pure line selection. To produce a new variety by pure line selection, it takes about how much time? 10 years of time. Takes 10 years of time. Is it okay? Right. Sir, pure line. The word pure line is coined by Johansson. Term pure line. Coined by whom, sir? Coined by a scientist by name Johansson. Johansson. Is it okay? Right. Now listen this statement. Sir, pure line selection is used for which pollinated plants? Self-pollinated plants. Therefore, pure line selection. Pure line selection. Pure line selection used for which plants, sir? Used for self-pollinated crops. Used for which crops? Self-pollinated crops. Used for self-pollinated crops. This is about what, sir? Pure line selection, right? Now, number 2, mass selection. What is the second one? Mass selection. Go for mass selection. Mass selection. Sir, this mass selection, right, it is used for self-pollinated and cross-pollinated crops, but mainly used for cross-pollinated crops. Used for self-pollinated and cross-pollinated, self-pollinated and cross-pollinated crops, but mainly for what? Cross-pollinated crops. But mainly for what, sir? Cross-pollinated crops. To produce a new variety by mass selection, it takes about 8 years of time. To produce a new variety, it takes about how much time, sir? It takes about 8 years of time. Takes about how much time? 8 years of time. Now go for number 3. What is the third one? Clonal selection. What it is? A clonal selection. First you tell me, what is the meaning of clone? Clone means the progeny obtained from a single vegetatively propagated plant. Sir, we are taking a plant which is undergoing vegetative propagation. If that plant produces 4 offsprings, that 4 offsprings together forms one clone. Yes or no? Sir, take a plant which is undergoing vegetative propagation. By vegetative propagation, that plant has produced 4 offsprings, sir. Sir, I am taking one parent plant. This parent plant is undergoing what, sir? Vegetative propagation. Undergoing vegetative propagation. Sir, for example, if this parent plant undergoes vegetative propagation, then it has produced 4 offsprings, sir. How many offsprings it has produced, sir? 4 offsprings it has produced. 4 offsprings it has produced. Now you tell me, these 4 offsprings are produced from how many parents? One parent. By what? Vegetative propagation. So these 4 offsprings together forms what, sir? One clone. Together forms how many clones, sir? One clone. Is it okay? Right. Now you tell me, sir, these 4 produced from one parent by which reproduction? Vegetative reproduction. So these 4 offsprings are phenotypically and genotypically similar. Phenotypically and genotypically similar. Therefore, individuals in a clone are phenotypically, externally, genotypically, genetically similar. Is this statement okay? Right. Therefore, individuals, right, are offsprings of one clone. Offsprings of a clone. I am writing a clone, right? Offsprings of a clone are, how they are? Phenotypically and genotypically. Phenotypically means externally, external appearance. Genotypically means genetically, right? Phenotypically and genotypically similar, dissimilar, similar. Is these statements okay? Clear? Right. Now listen here. Sir, vegetative propagation we are saying, yes or no? It means clonal selection is used for which plants? Vegetatively propagated plants. Clonal selection used for vegetatively propagated plants. Clonal selection is used for vegetatively propagated plants. Clonal selection used for vegetatively propagated plants. Used for vegetatively propagated plants. Sir, what are the best examples for vegetatively propagated plants, sir? Such as sugarcane, potato. Sugarcane, what? Potato. Is this statement okay? Right. Therefore, sugarcane and potato, these are vegetatively propagated plants. Now you tell me, sir, in clonal selection, selection is made between the clones or within the clone? Selection should be made between the clones. Selection should be made between the clones but not within the clone. Selection made selection made between the clones. Selection is made between the clones. Sir, why it should not be made within the clone, sir? What is the use if we make the selection within the clone? Why? Because all offsprings in a clone are genetically and externally similar, no? That's why selection should be made between the clones but not within the clone, because within the clone all offsprings are phenotypically and genotypically similar. Is this statement okay? Right. What are the demerits of this clonal selection, sir? Demerits of what? Clonal selection. Demerits of clonal selection. Demerits of clonal selection. Number 1, go for the first one. Used only for vegetatively propagated plants. Used only for what, sir? Vegetatively propagated plants. Used only for vegetatively propagated plants. Is it okay? Number 2, creates what, sir? Creates no new variations. Does it creates any new variations, sir? No, it does not creates any new variations. Does not creates any new variations. Number 3, right? Hybridization. We already discussed about this hybridization, right? Producing a new plant by crossing two genetically different parent plants. Producing a new plant by crossing two genetically different parent plants is called as what, sir? Hybridization. And produced hybrid is called, produced plant is called hybrid. Hybrid shows hybrid vigor. Superiority of hybrid over both the parents is called as hybrid vigor or heterosis. Yes or no? Right. Therefore, hybridization, right, producing a new plant. Producing a new plant. How? By crossing two genetically different parent plants. By crossing two genetically different parent plants, we are producing a new plant, right? What is that process called as? Hybridization. Go for types of hybridization. Types of hybridization. Types of hybridization. Number 1, first one, intergeneric. What it is? Intergeneric. Number 2, interspecific. Interspecific. Number 3, intervarietal. Intervarietal. Number 4, intravarietal. Intravarietal. What is the first one? Intergeneric cross. What is the second one? Interspecific cross. Number 3, intervarietal cross. Last one is intravarietal cross. Sir, what is the first one, sir? Intergeneric cross. Name itself indicates inter, in between. It means a cross is made between plants belonging to two different genera. Therefore, cross made between plants of two different genera. Made between plants of two different genera. What is this cross called as, sir? Intergeneric cross. What is this cross called as? Intergeneric cross. What are the examples of intergeneric cross, sir? Examples of intergeneric cross. Examples. Number 1, triticale. What is the first example? Triticale. Second one is Raphanobrassica. What it is? Raphanobrassica, right? Triticale and Raphanobrassica. These two are examples of which cross, sir? Intergeneric cross. Is it okay? Right? Thank you.